What's going on, guys? It's your man Jay, and I'm back with another video on the Pixel 4 XL. Trying to give you like a 3-week follow-up. I think this is 3 weeks with it. And not much has changed. Had a couple of software updates where they kind of tweaked the 90 hertz display for you in the background, fumbling around with the brightness. But ultimately, this is still a blazing fast phone. Everything is going very well with it. Still rocking this current skin on here. And this just looks fantastic. Represent the vets right now. And the phone itself, no problems with it, man. I've been kind of rocking it bare bones, but I've also been wearing the Poetic case as well. And it's doing very, very well, man. I changed some settings around to now where it just doesn't open up right away. I prefer to have to swipe. And that's pretty much it, man. I've been testing the cameras. I took a lot of photos with the phone, and they just come out fantastic, man. You got to appreciate these cameras. This is something that Google has mastered with one camera, and now they have two cameras. While I don't find the second camera to be something that I use a lot, but I've learned that now I can catch some good shots up close or standing from a distance and getting some really good photos and still maintaining the super high quality from the camera, from the photo itself. Other than that, folks, I've been using this phone to take tons of photos, and that's pretty much where I've been at with it, man. I haven't done too much with it as far as using it outside of just using it as a smartphone. Battery life is fantastic on here. As you can see here, I'm on. It's been 2 days since I charged it, and I got 2 hours of screen on time. I'm not using this one as much as I'm using another phone that I'm testing. Can't reveal that yet, but basically I need this phone number, and I've been doing a lot of phone calls. I think those 2 hours are probably from phone calls and me having it on speaker and emailing or whatever at the time. But what I noticed about the Pixel devices lately, I don't know if it's from the last update, but that standby time, the fact this is not getting as much use as it was in the beginning. I just recently put this kind of second because, I needed to test a new phone. So this had to move over. But in that time, I noticed that the standby time is greatly increased from the previous time when I was using it. When I was using it regularly, it would last maybe 26 to 28 hours of standby time, and get upwards of 6.5 hours of screen on time. That's pretty good. But I like a phone that I don't have to charge a lot, and so this phone, if it does sit for a little bit, it could sit for days actually, and I can get about. I think I did it. I think I went 3 days with 5.5 hours of screen on time. When you think about that, a person is going to say, well, you're not using it, but the phone is there for me when I need it, and it doesn't have to be charged in 72 hours. I don't know a person. I think depending on your age, you're on your phone all the time, and I'm not on my phone for that much of social media things that other people do, like stay on Instagram for like 6 hours. I don't see how young people do that. They just sit on Instagram, just go scroll. But I post on Instagram and I'm gone. I'm back to watching TV or something. So depending on how you're using the phone, when I got 3 days, I think I got about 3 days with 5.5 hours screen on time. That's actually really solid. And then right now I got 46% left with 2 hours of screen on time, but I haven't charged it in 2.5 days. And I think that's really good for what it is. The Pixel's standby time might have gotten improved with the latest update, but other than that, they talked about having the 90 hertz display, tinker with a little bit to give you you can have your 90 hertz more if you want to. I personally just don't see the point in it. I don't know that I don't really tell that it looks smooth, but it all looks smooth to me, scrolling and stuff like that. My day-to-day tasks, I don't think I'm getting any more better scrolling effect or 90 hertz appearance or whatever, that I can't tell the difference really. So yeah, this is where we're at, man. I still got the tempered glass on there, the one I got for like $3. And the phone isn't banged up. I haven't dropped it at all, but I've been taking it in and out of cases. And some phones, when you take it in and out of cases, they really get nicked up really easy. But this one's doing pretty good. Well, I did drop it, but it wasn't on concrete or anything, so it still looks brand new. And then I got this skin on here to help it protect it. So skin is boss, really like it. Sophie Guard for that. But other than that, man, I mean, the phone is flowing right along. I'm loving it. And I wanted to give you a 3-week update. Even though I'm not using it as quote unquote main sim, this is my second sim. So my main sim, again, testing something out. But when that's over, definitely more than likely going back to this as the primary, because even though I have all these phones sitting on the table, I find myself taking a lot more photos. And I've been testing the video too. And the video quality on this thing, it is 1080p at 60 on this phone is really good. 4K is really good, but 1080p 60 is really good on this phone. So late night upload for you guys, man. I wanted to go ahead and show you the device. It's still in play. It is a SIM card in there, as you can see. You can see my Google Fi number here. But, well, you can't see my number, but you can see it's on Google Fi because I turn on the beta for the VPN. You can see a little G. When you see that little G over the key, you know, you got the beta switched on. So I wonder when that's going to come out of beta, because it's been in beta since I had Google Fi almost probably. I've had Google Fi for over 3 years, and I think I've never seen that switch from beta. But it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed this. A real brief update on the Pixel 4 XL. I will have some Whitestone domes coming in, so be on the lookout for that and some other videos. Until then, Pixel 4 owners, how you loving the Pixel? How's your standby time? I already know this phone gets good screen on time, but what about your standby time? How is that? Because some phones just don't sip overnight. They drain the battery really fast. And with this phone, it's been doing pretty good with the standby. So the record that I've set for standby is about 3.5 days with that 5.5 hours of screen on time. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. 3-week update. I'll see you in the next one.